Welcome to Happy Aura, a calm space in a loud world. Slow down, breathe deep, and enjoy wisdom. Enjoy your achievements as well as your plans. Keep interested in your own career, however humble. It is a real possession in the changing fortunes of time. At first glance, this advice seems simple enough. Appreciate what you've done. Keep caring about what you do. And don't dismiss your work just because it isn't glamorous. But if you sit with it for a while, you realize it's an antidote to some of the deepest anxieties of modern life. We live in an age of comparison, speed, and constant reinvention. Our accomplishments are often undercut by the voice in our head asking, "What's next?" Or worse, "Is this enough?" Our jobs, especially the ones without prestige, can feel like placeholders until something better comes along. The danger is that we spend our lives either chasing a future that hasn't happened yet or dismissing the present because it doesn't fit the fantasy. The wisdom here is about reclaiming the now, savoring both the victories you've earned and the possibilities you're still nurturing, while holding your career as a steady anchor in the unpredictable waters of time. Some people are so future-oriented, they barely notice what they've already done. They hit one milestone and immediately move the goalpost. Others cling to past achievements as though they were the peak of their life, replaying old glories instead of building new ones. The advice here calls for balance. Achievements are not just trophies on a shelf. They are proof of your ability to create, adapt, and persist. They are confidence deposits in your memory bank. Celebrating them doesn't mean getting stuck. It means fueling the belief that you can keep building. Plans are the compass pointing toward your next horizon. They give your days direction and keep you moving forward. But they're most powerful when informed by the lessons of what you've already achieved. Living well means walking with one foot in gratitude for the road behind, and the other in anticipation for the road ahead. We tend to discount achievements that don't look extraordinary to others. You might not think of learning a new skill after work, paying off a small debt, finishing a book you've been meaning to read, making it through a rough week without quitting. Yet these are victories, each one a stone in the path you're laying for your future. If you only celebrate big moments, promotions, public recognition, financial leaps, you miss the steady hum of progress that actually shapes your life. The habit of enjoying small wins trains your brain to see yourself as capable and resilient, even in seasons when the big wins are still on the horizon. Keep interested in your own career, however humble. This is radical advice in a world that romanticizes dream jobs and billion-dollar startups. It doesn't mean you shouldn't aim high, but it does mean you should stop treating your current work as meaningless if it isn't your ultimate goal. Every career, no matter how modest, has hidden value. It can teach discipline, patience, and problem solving. It can connect you to people who shape your path in ways you can't yet predict. It can finance your next move, your education, or your creative projects. A humble career might not be your lifelong passion, but it is a real possession. It puts food on your table and skills in your hands, and those are not to be taken lightly. The phrase changing fortunes of time speaks to life's instability. Fortunes can rise and fall, not just financial fortunes, but health, relationships, and circumstances. In these shifts, your career can be one of the few constants. Even if you switch fields or start over, the habits, knowledge, and work ethic you've built are transferable. They become part of your toolkit for navigating change. Think of it like a ship at sea. Storms will come, currents will shift, but your career, your body of work, and the abilities you've developed is part of the anchor that keeps you from drifting into despair when the waters get rough. Enjoying your achievements is not the same as bragging. Bragging is seeking external validation. Enjoyment is internal acknowledgement. It's quietly telling yourself, that was hard, and I did it. The difference matters because arrogance is fragile. It crumbles if others don't applaud you. But pride rooted in self-respect doesn't depend on an audience. You carry it with you, and it feeds your confidence when no one else is watching. Keeping interest in your career means more than showing up for a paycheck. It means staying curious. How can I get better at what I do? What changes in the field should I learn about? Who can I learn from? Which parts of my work give me energy? And how can I lean into them? Curiosity turns routine into discovery. Even repetitive work can hold challenges if you're paying attention. And the moment you stop being interested in your work, you risk disengagement, which makes every day feel heavier. When people talk down about their jobs, it's just a paycheck. I'm stuck here. They often think they're venting, but over time, that language shapes reality. If you dismiss your career, you disconnect from a source of stability and self-development. Career disdain can also erode performance. If you believe your work doesn't matter, why put effort into it? That creates a cycle where you stop learning. Opportunities pass you by, and your belief that your job is meaningless becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. The phrase your own career matters, not the career your parents envisioned, or your peers admire, or your industry idolizes, your career. Ownership means making peace with your unique timeline. Some people peak early, others blossom later. Some take linear paths, others zigzag through multiple fields. When you own your path, you stop rushing to match someone else's milestones and start building according to your own map. It's possible to be content with your current state and still ambitious for more. In fact, contentment often makes ambition healthier. You're chasing goals because you want to grow, not because you're desperate to escape feelings of inadequacy. Enjoying where you are removes the bitterness from where you're going. You stop seeing the present as an enemy and start seeing it as an ally in getting to the future. Marta ran a small bakery in a quiet neighborhood. She wasn't a celebrity chef, and she didn't make headlines. But every morning, people lined up for her bread. She knew her customers by name, remembered their birthdays, and had watched kids grow up over decades. Her niece once asked, "Don't you wish you opened in the city? You could have been famous." Marta smiled and said, "I'm already known where it matters. My work feeds people I care about. That's enough." When the economy took a downturn, Marta's bakery stayed afloat. Why? Because her customers were loyal, they knew her work, and they valued it. Her career, humble as it was, had become a real possession in the changing fortunes of time. Plans often become a source of stress because we treat them as deadlines we're failing to meet. But they can also be a source of joy, a way of keeping hope alive. The trick is to hold them lightly. A plan is a direction, not a verdict. If it changes, that's not failure, it's adaptation. Enjoying your plans means finding excitement in the possibility itself, not just the outcome. The more you see your career as your own possession, the harder it is for outside forces to strip you of all stability. You might lose a specific job, but you keep your skills, your experience, your network, and your work ethic. Those stay with you, ready to be used again. Over decades, careers evolve. Achievements pile up in unexpected categories. Plans change shape. The humility of this advice comes from accepting that you can't control the changing fortunes of time, but you can control how you meet them. If you've learned to savor your wins, stay curious in your work, and value the role you play, however humble, you can adapt to shifts without losing yourself. Life isn't only about chasing the next milestone. It's about honoring what you've already built, keeping your curiosity alive, and respecting the work you do, even when it's far from glamorous. Because in a world that changes without warning, your achievements and your career are more than just bullet points on a resume. They are proof that you have contributed, learned, and endured. They are anchors, compass points, and in many ways, your quiet treasure. Enjoy them, keep them close, and carry them proudly into whatever the future brings.